Why do men want sex in the morning while women get frisky at night? What's the reason behind a man feeling his sexiest upon waking up in the morning while a woman often prefers to go back to sleep? Conversely, why is it that late at night, when a woman is in the mood for intimacy, her partner is merely lying there, fast asleep and snoring? It boils down to hormones. Let's explore why our sexual rhythms don't always sync up. 5 a.m. Even before a man awakens in the morning, his testosterone levels peak, reaching 25% to 50% higher than at any other point in the day. This surge is due to the activation of the pituitary gland in his brain, which regulates the production of the male's sex hormone. Throughout the night, testosterone levels steadily rise until dawn. Women also produce testosterone, the primary hormone driving sexual desire, but in much smaller quantities. Their testosterone levels experience only a slight increase overnight, as it is regulated by estrogen and progesterone. According to Ashley Grossman, a professor of neuroendocrinology at St. Bartholomew's Hospital in London, men require only a normal level of testosterone to feel sexual desire. The elevated morning levels mean that most men wake up with erections 2 to 3 times a week. 6 a.m. Had a restful sleep? Another factor contributing to a man's heightened amorous feelings in the morning is a good night's rest. Studies have indicated that the longer and more restful the sleep, the higher the testosterone levels in men. Research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association reveals that getting more than 5 hours of sleep can result in an additional 15% increase in male testosterone levels. 7 a.m. When a man wakes up, his sex hormone levels peak, while a woman's are at their lowest. Consultant gynecologist Gabrielle Downey from the Sandwell and West Birmingham Hospital's NHS Trust explains, male and female testosterone levels peak at opposite times of the day, causing them to be out of sync. Downey emphasizes that it takes more than just hormones to arouse a woman, so men must actively make an effort. In contrast, women experience more fluctuations in hormone levels throughout their monthly cycle than throughout a single day. During the midpoint of her cycle, a woman's testosterone levels can be up to 30 times higher than at the beginning. 8 a.m. Getting ready for another hectic day at work? As individuals of both genders prepare for the day ahead, cortisol levels rise to aid in awakening and counteract the impact of sex hormones. However, if the body continues to produce excessive cortisol in response to ongoing stressful situations throughout the day, studies have shown that it diminishes the sex drive of both men and women. 9 a.m. Throughout the day, men continue to steadily produce testosterone in their testes. This hormone is essential for muscle growth and sperm production. Although men may not be conscious of it, testosterone levels naturally fluctuate in a cyclical pattern every 90 minutes as part of the body's internal clock. 12 noon. When an attractive colleague enters the workplace, it's not necessarily a man's hormones that respond first, rather, it's his nervous system that initiates the reaction. If a man feels strongly attracted to someone, his nervous system springs into action. The mere sight of an attractive individual immediately triggers the release of feel-good brain neurotransmitters called endorphins, while also stimulating blood flow to a man's genitals. Although sex hormones take longer to increase, a man who naturally possesses higher testosterone levels is likely to exhibit more flirtatious behavior when encountering an appealing person. Research conducted at Wayne State University in Michigan, U.S., suggests that men with higher testosterone levels are also perceived as more attractive by women. Assistant Professor of Psychology Richard Slatcher, who has investigated the correlation between testosterone and male attractiveness, notes that the more testosterone a man has, the more likely women are to feel a connection with him. 1 p.m. If women happen to catch a glimpse of an attractive figure, such as the Diet Coke hunk, during lunchtime, they are less likely to experience arousal compared to a male colleague who sees someone he finds appealing. Instead, research suggests that a woman's testosterone levels are more likely to increase due to anticipation of intimacy with her own partner. In a study conducted by the University of Texas, women in long-distance relationships provided 5 saliva samples. These samples were collected 2 weeks before they reunited with their partners, the day before engaging in sexual activity, the day after, and 3 days after being separated again. The results showed that women's testosterone levels peaked the day before they were scheduled to reunite with their partners. 6 p.m. As the evening approaches, men's testosterone levels begin to decline, while women's sex hormones gradually rise, albeit at a slower pace. However, engaging in an after-work gym session can enhance the libido of both genders. Research has demonstrated that after 30 to 40 minutes of intense resistance or endurance exercise, testosterone levels in men significantly increase. A study conducted by scientists at the University of California, San Diego, revealed that men who exercised experienced a heightened libido. Additionally, they reported having 30% more sexual activity and 26% more orgasms. Furthermore, levels of sex hormones also surge in women following exercise. According to a study from the University of Texas, women who engaged in 20 minutes of cardiovascular exercise exhibited greater arousal while watching an erotic film compared to women who had not exercised. 7 p.m. As the time comes to unwind after a stressful day, even something as simple as playing music to relax can impact sex hormone levels. A study conducted by Nara University in Japan discovered that music, whether it be pop, jazz, or a collection of favorite songs, notably increased testosterone levels in women but had the opposite effect in men. Researchers speculate that this discrepancy arises from the fact that music might induce feelings of relaxation, bonding, and subsequently enhanced sexual arousal in women. Conversely, in men, it may pacify aggression, thereby reducing testosterone levels. 8 p.m. The outcome of an important sports match televised on TV can also impact a man's testosterone levels, depending on the result. According to research conducted by the University of Utah, saliva tests revealed that sports fans watching a World Cup game experienced a roughly 20% increase in hormone levels if their team emerged victorious. Conversely, following a defeat in a significant game, there was a 20% decrease in testosterone levels. This news may not bode well for England fans. In contrast, women are more likely to see an impact on their testosterone levels from actively participating in sports rather than merely observing them. A study involving women athletes showed a significant increase in testosterone levels following long-distance runs. 9 p.m. At this point, a man's testosterone level is decreasing to its lowest point of the day, while a woman's is approaching its peak. However, the more attractive a woman feels, the more inclined she may be to engage in intimacy with her partner. Sexual desire in women is a complex phenomenon, explains Gabrielle Downey. For men, it's largely influenced by testosterone. However, for women, the primary factor affecting their sex drive is their body image and self-perceived attractiveness. This implies that if a woman views herself as unattractive, she is much less likely to desire sexual activity. For example, women with polycystic ovaries, who have elevated levels of testosterone, may not experience an increased libido. This is often because they perceive themselves as overweight and unattractive, and this feeling overrides the effects of their heightened sex hormones. 10 p.m. Despite men's testosterone levels being at their lowest, they are still more inclined to engage in sexual activity in the evening. It's often said that women need a reason while men just need a place, and I believe there's some truth to that, remarks Gabrielle. Even though male testosterone may have decreased, their levels are still higher than a woman's, making them responsive to sexual stimuli, despite being lower than their morning levels. During sexual intercourse, if a woman's testosterone levels are peaking due to her menstrual cycle, typically around the 13th day, her orgasms are more intense and spread throughout her body. However, when her testosterone levels are lower, her orgasms are less intense and primarily focused on the genital area. 11 p.m. During orgasm, the bonding hormone oxytocin is released, which fosters closeness between couples. In males, oxytocin facilitates the contraction of the prostate and seminal glands. In females, it aids in triggering uterine contractions that propel sperm towards the ovaries. The postcoital release of oxytocin also explains why men often drift off to sleep after intercourse. Oxytocin is recognized as the hormone responsible for breastfeeding and muscle contractions in women, explains Gabrielle. However, in men, the additional surge of oxytocin has been discovered to act as a neurotransmitter in the brain, potentially promoting sleep. The bonding effects of oxytocin persist beyond sexual activity as well. In a study conducted by Swiss researchers, 47 couples were given a nasal spray containing either oxytocin or a placebo. Subsequently, the pairs engaged in discussions about topics that typically led to arguments. Those who received oxytocin exhibited more rational and less aggressive behavior towards each other. Furthermore, oxytocin was observed to have an amnesiac effect, potentially making it easier for couples to forgive each other after disagreements. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.